Stop settling for soggy, sad oven-baked potatoes when you could be eating golden, crispy perfection. Today, we are hunting for the ultimate crunch as we test the top 7 air fryers to find the undisputed king of French fries. If you're like me, you probably bought an air fryer for one specific delicious reason: to make guilt-free, crispy French fries at home. I have put these 7 popular models through the ultimate fry test, running batches of frozen, fresh, hand-cut, and even sweet potato fries to see which one truly deserves a spot in your kitchen. Number 7. Chefman TurboFry Touch Air Fryer. On paper, this air fryer looks like a solid contender for a budget-friendly option, featuring a sleek digital display and a basket size that promises to handle family-sized portions. I was initially drawn to the modern aesthetic and the 4 built-in presets that make it seem like a set-it-and-forget-it machine. For general heating, it does a passable job, and the interface is responsive enough when you are selecting your time and temperature. It heats up reasonably fast, and the square basket design is technically better for arranging food than the round ones, offering a bit more surface area for your fries to spread out. However, once I actually started testing this with a standard bag of frozen shoestring fries, the experience started to show some cracks. The biggest issue I encountered was inconsistent temperature regulation. I set it to 400 degrees for that final crisp, but the results were bafflingly uneven. Some fries were bordering on burnt, while others in the center of the basket were still pale and limp. It seems like the airflow inside the unit isn't powerful enough to penetrate through a pile of food, meaning you have to shake the basket aggressively and constantly, far more than you should have to, just to get an edible result. Another frustrating design flaw that became apparent during my testing was the internal tray. It is held in place by small rubber feet that feel flimsy, and more than once, when I went to dump my fries onto a serving plate, the piping hot tray fell out right along with the food. Six. Nuwave Brio Plus 8 Cute Air Fryer. This unit is a beast in terms of size, boasting an 8-quart capacity that can theoretically hold a massive amount of food, which is great for larger families. The digital controls are located on the front and offer a wide range of temperature settings, which is a nice touch for versatility. I liked that it came with a few advanced features usually reserved for more expensive ovens, and the sheer volume of the basket means you aren't forced to cook in tiny batches. For roasting a whole chicken, this size is actually quite useful. But when it comes to the specific task of making French fries, bigger isn't always better if the engineering isn't up to par. During my testing, I noticed a distinct chemical, plastic-like odor that permeated the kitchen during the first few uses. While this new appliance smell is common, it lingered far longer with the Nuwave than with any other model I tested. It was off-putting enough that it made me hesitant to eat the first batch of fries, which picked up a faint trace of that artificial scent. You really have to run this machine empty multiple times in a well-ventilated room before you even think about cooking food in it. The cooking performance for fries was also a mixed bag. Despite the large basket, the heating element seems to have hot spots, particularly towards the back of the unit. I found that the fries positioned near the rear of the drawer would get dark brown quickly, while the ones near the handle remained soft. 5. Ninja AF-101. This is the machine that really popularized air frying for a lot of people, and after testing it, I can see why it has such a loyal following. The build quality immediately feels a step up from the previous 2 entries. It feels solid, the drawer slides in and out with a satisfying thunk, and the ceramic-coated basket is a dream to clean. Unlike the cheap Teflon coatings that flake off, the Ninja's ceramic surface is durable and truly non-stick, making cleanup as simple as a quick rinse with soapy water. When it comes to cooking fries, the Ninja AF-101 is a reliable workhorse. I tested it with hand-cut russet potatoes, which are notoriously difficult to get crispy without oil. The Ninja handled them beautifully. The airflow in this unit is incredibly powerful and seems to circulate aggressively around the food. This resulted in fries that were blistered and crunchy on the outside while remaining fluffy on the inside. You don't get those soggy spots that you do with cheaper models. It is consistent, and consistency is key when you're trying to replicate a deep-fried texture. Another feature I appreciated was the wide temperature range. You can go low for dehydrating or high for roasting, but for fries, that high heat performance is exactly what you need. The controls are simple and straightforward, no confusing codes or hidden menus. You have 4 buttons for the main functions, and then simple up and down arrows for time and temp. Number 4. Instant Pot Vortex Plus 6QT Air Fryer. The first thing you will notice and love is the clear cook window. I cannot overstate how useful it is to be able to see your fries browning in real time without opening the basket. Opening the basket lets heat escape and pauses the cooking process, which can affect the final crunch. With the Vortex Plus, you can turn on the internal light and watch the magic happen, pulling your fries out exactly when they reach your preferred level of golden brown. But the real game changer here for me was the odor erase technology. If you have ever air-fried greasy food, you know it can sometimes smell up the whole house. This model has built-in air filters that significantly reduce cooking odors. During my testing, I made a batch of seasoned curly fries that usually leave a strong spicy scent in the kitchen, but the Vortex Plus kept the air surprisingly neutral. It's a feature you don't think you need until you have it, and then you don't want to live without it. Performance-wise, this fryer is a speed demon. It preheats almost instantly and cooks faster than most other models I tested. My frozen fries were done in about 10 minutes, compared to 15 or 18 minutes in other units. The even crisp airflow technology really lives up to its name. I got an incredibly uniform color on my fries, from tip to tip. Three. Cuisinart ADZ-110. This unit signifies a jump into the premium category, and it is immediately apparent in the design and materials. It features a beautiful stainless steel aesthetic that looks professional on the countertop. But the real headline here is the dual basket functionality. For years, the limitation of air fryers was that you could only cook one thing at a time. The Cuisinart solves this by giving you 2 separate cooking zones, allowing you to make a main dish in one side and your star attraction French fries in the other. I was incredibly impressed by the sync finish feature. I put chicken tenders in one basket and thick-cut steak fries in the other. They had different cooking times and temperatures, but I pressed the sync button and the machine intelligently delayed the faster side so that both baskets finished at the exact same second. Serving hot fries alongside hot chicken without one getting cold while waiting for the other is a luxury I didn't know I was missing. The crisping power of the Cuisinart is formidable. The fries I made in this unit had perhaps the best texture of the bunch, an audibly crunchy exterior that gave way to a steaming, soft interior. The airflow seems to be calibrated perfectly to wick away moisture from the surface of the potato rapidly. Even when I loaded the basket a bit heavier than recommended, the Cuisinart powered through and delivered consistent results. I also appreciated the automatic pause feature. Two. Ninja AF400 UK. If the Cuisinart introduced us to dual-zone cooking, Ninja perfected it with raw power. This machine is an absolute beast. It has a massive capacity, split between 2 independent drawers, and it features Ninja's Max Crisp technology, which blasts food at 240 degrees Celsius, around 465 Fahrenheit. This ultra-high heat is the secret weapon for frozen fries. When I used the Max Crisp setting on a bag of standard frozen fries, the result was indistinguishable from deep frying. The shock of high heat creates a glass-like shatter on the outside of the potato that other air fryers just can't replicate. It is faster than you can imagine. I had a full basket of crispy fries ready in under 12 minutes. It transforms humble frozen potatoes into a gourmet side dish. Like the Cuisinart, it has the match cook and sync functions. If you are making a huge batch of fries for a party, you can use Match Cook to copy the settings to both drawers, effectively doubling your capacity to feed a crowd. Or use the separate zones for veggies and fries. The versatility is unmatched. I roasted a whole 2 kilograms chicken in one drawer while air frying potatoes in the other, and they both came out flawless. The build quality is what you expect from Ninja, rugged, durable, and user-friendly. The drawers are substantial, and the crisper plates fit snugly but are easy to remove for cleaning. The digital dial is intuitive, and the display is bright and clear. One, HoninJoy KS-A03W. You might be surprised to see a lesser-known brand topping the list over the giants like Ninja and Instant. But this machine is the ultimate hybrid that combines the best features of every other fryer on this list into one perfect package. It features the dual basket capability of the Ninja and Cuisinart, the viewing windows of the Instant Vortex, and a touchscreen interface that is smoother than a smartphone. The visible cooking window on both baskets is the killer feature here. Being able to monitor 2 different foods simultaneously without opening the drawers is a complete game changer. You can watch your fries crisping up in the left basket while monitoring your wings in the right. It removes all the guesswork. I found myself glued to the windows, watching the oil bubble on the surface of the fries, ensuring they were pulled at the exact second of perfection. But it's not just about the windows. The cooking performance is spectacular. The HoninJoy uses a rapid air circulation system that felt even faster and more uniform than the Ninja. My test batch of hand-cut fries came out with a color so golden and even, it looked like stock photography. The Sync Cook technology works flawlessly, ensuring your entire meal is ready at the bell. The capacity is massive, 10 quarts total, making it the largest usable space on this list. You can feed a huge family or meal prep for the entire week in one go. Despite its size and features, it operates quieter than the Chefman and Nuwave. Final thought. That's all for today, folks.